Brad Shoemaker, the end times are here.
It's a gnarly looking tree, so I believe it.
Yeah, dude.
Excuse me, a gnarled tree.
It's a gnarly tree.
Yep.
But yeah, so the end times are here. The Skaven.
Yeah. Yes, I read the news.
The Skaven and the Chaos have teamed up.
Oh no.
Like they would.
Damn it.
To create a portal, and the Earth is just, I don't know if this is Earth, but this planet has been ravaged by rats and zombie men and all sorts of hideous creatures, but I have good news.
The less you try to understand Warhammer, the better.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, the good news is there's still loot boxes.
Oh.
Let's open it.
All right, here we go. Show me your animation.
Yeah, it's kind of
functional. Certain class to it, but missing the kind of fanfare that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I get a blue item.
I did. Well, no. I got 2 greens and a white.
Oh, that was your existing blue.
Yeah, my existing blue. This is Vermintide 2.
Yeah.
Warhammer Vermintide 2, that is.
I find myself somewhat shocked that we are covering this. I feel like the first one kind of passed us by.
This is a blue.
Okay.
Save that for last. Oh, 2 blues. I got the Hedge Wizard's Amulet, the Veteran's Badge, and the Knight's Ring.
Equip that stuff?
I'm going to equip some of this stuff right now. But so this is the newest game from Fat Shark, who you may be familiar with.
Makers of Vermintide 1.
That's right. And amongst other things.
Payday?
Payday.
Payday's big.
Payday is big.
I guess Vermintide is also big.
Vermintide had a very dedicated post-release following.
Yeah, I mean, they made a second one, so it must have been somewhat popular.
Hey, you like loot?
Yeah?
If I equip this...
What's up with the fetish of more?
I get what? Oh, that's gonna give me 20%. No, I have. Okay, the one I have is way better.
What's Moore's fetish?
Feet. He's a foot guy. Okay, this is way better. Hey, look. Check out this big number here that goes up when I equip better equipment. I at one point said they destinied this game up, but I had no idea to the extent that this game has been destinied. So, the first game, you had 5 classes here. You got the Mercenary. He's kind of like a long-range, 2-handed melee guy. Good at poking and prodding. You got the Dwarf, who's up close. And a Ranger, or a Waystalker, sorry. The Dwarf is a Ranger. Lots of arrows and range attacks. She gets double the ammunition of everyone else. You've got the Witch Hunter, who kind of goes back and forth between sword and gun. He's kind of a jack of all trades, and he can buff people. And then the Battle Wizard, Blight Witch.
Old fire hair.
And she's got like a whole unique system of like overheating and cool stuff.
Sienna Fuego Nasus.
Yes. Oh wow, that's bad. I don't like that. But this game added subclasses.
Oh, is that new?
Yeah. Okay. So similar to, let's say, Destiny, there are 3 different subclasses, each with their own. So you have a passive ability. The default Dwarf makes special enemies drop ammo and has a kind of a smoke AoE thing. I've been checking out the Ironbreaker, who's very much a tank. He gets to absorb a hit every 20 seconds. And his special is like an AoE taunt, and it gives him unlimited blocking for 10 seconds.
And he's got a big shield.
He's got a big shield, but I can just straight up not have a shield too.
Oh.
So this game has all sorts of loot that actually changes not only how your character looks and your damage and stuff, but also like attack animations and damage.
I've heard from multiple people that the different weapons are actually very different in this.
So you see how it says
stuff.
Stamina, there's a stamina number and then like that blue little cone.
Oh, is that like your arc? That's the arc of your swing? That's
totally.
Cool. That's a neat stat to have on a weapon.
Yeah, and then there are like little properties which are bonus, randomly assigned. This one gives me 2 stamina.
But no armor.
No armor. There are cosmetic different armors that you can. Oh, they've locked the other ones that I had from before. I should say this just came out as a full release mere hours ago. Yeah, so you've got 3 different acts here, and you can start any of them, but to progress, you must defeat, each level.
Yeah.
So let's just hop in here. Act 1, Mission 1.
Any kind of story to these, or is it just kind of like, you show up and kill stuff?
There is the lore there for those who want it. I'm gonna host a game to make sure I don't get in the middle of one, because that's happened a couple times to me.
Into the Bridge of Shadows.
The Bridge of Shadows is
it's a bubble.
It's this big time bubble. What was that game with the time bubble? Like 360,
bubble.
You would go back in time. Darkest Day?
Okay.
Darkest Day.
Whoop! Oh, that's...
I gotta wait for my friends anyway.
Oh wait, are you matchmaking now?
I am. Oh. So you can see there.
Oh, are they popping into this shared space?
Yeah, they'll slowly but surely start populating.
Oh hey, there they are, behind you.
I found there's only 5 classes, but I found that it's pretty good about balancing you guys.
Yeah. I assume with the different subclasses, each class can fill different roles?
Totally.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen the least of the dwarf, so I decided to pick him as kind of my mainstay so I can match into games quicker. The elf kind of seems to be the most popular character. I have not played a game without
How surprising.
An elf.
Yeah.
So this is the pre-match tradition of jumping around in the bubble until everyone's in here.
In the bubble, dude.
You going to hang around all day?
In the bubble!
Is he just reefing at this point? There we go.
I've got a flamethrower too. I should have mentioned that earlier.
Okay. Cool.
Listen, Alicia's got a good shot at gaining some proper...
Alicia is one of
Skittergate.
the elves, I believe.
Yeah, sounds like an elf name.
Yeah, the Skittergate is they're basically the plot of the game. There is a tutorial mission kind of that introduces you. You're the same crew from the last game. You get captured at the end of last game and wake up in a dungeon, and they're building a gate that'll summon some unspeakable evil into your world that will bring about the end times, which is an actual Warhammer event that I've learned about. It's basically their end of their non-40K stuff.
Okay. So everything goes from castles to spaceships?
Yes.
Okay.
In
That
the
sounds
year
cool.
like 1479 or something.
If I could, if we could suffer Armageddon in exchange for cool spaceships at the end, like that might be a fair trade.
There are cool spaceships, but then there's also stuff like the Emperor.
Yeah, that's true.
And all that.
Space fascism doesn't sound very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the regular fascism, but with more metal.
Yeah. The power armor.
Yeah. Hey, you like Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, yes, but I wish that there were a way to progress a character in between levels.
Boy, do I have good news for you.
Yeah, that seems to be what this is, huh?
Yeah, so this is straight up Left 4 Dead in its gameplay, except, it's focused on, some characters are focused on melee, which is different. So they've added a pretty handy block mechanic. This was in the first game, but you see how the shield charges I have there? I can basically absorb that many things. See, he didn't even take a whole one with his attack.
I was gonna say,
He's
those
taken half.
recharge pretty fast.
Big wind-up attacks from really strong enemies will take a whole thing out, so there's a little dodge you can do. If you just move and hit space, you have this little dodge on a short cooldown. And you can also bat enemies away for the price of one of your charges. And that'll hit back anyone that's in your arc. Oh shit, this guy sucks. He makes a big tornado.
Oh yeah, we streamed some of this recently. A tornado is something.
Okay, that horn means the horde is going to come, so we need to hunker down here. Looks like everyone I'm playing with is a pretty decent level, so I expect this to go pretty well. Yeah, they're dealing with some stuff.
This game is so Left 4 Dead that it's even got basically the AI director, right?
Yep.
Like random enemy spawns based on what's going on.
Yes, so they will periodically have just random enemies in the level. They range between little weak guys like this that you can take out with a hit, to some bigger guys that you need to hit 2 or 3 times depending on your class and weapons, to special infected, for lack of a better word. There'll be the hook rat, which is the smoker. They'll grab you and kind of drag you away from your team. There's a rattling gunner who's got a machine gun. There's poison AoE guys.
Rattling gunner.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's already a I think that's already a Warhammer
I
thing.
believe it.
I was reading about like the different factions and stuff, and like how there's, you know, the chaotic ones that embrace dark magic, and there's like the tech guys, and those are the Rattling Gunners. Basically, there's a lot of different fucked up rats, and you gotta kill them all.
Rats are pretty fucked up.
They all are. I had a pet rat once, and he wasn't fucked up.
Yeah, I could see that. What was his name?
Coop.
Okay.
Here come the Wazoks.
Here come the Wazoks. I haven't played this level. I don't know what the Wazoks are.
Come here.
But you know, the mission structure, what you're doing in every mission is different, but the basic structure is walk on a path for a little while and fight some dudes, and then get to an objective that you either have to hold down for a set number of time or kill a big boss, and then rinse and repeat until you're done with the level. I'm gonna go hang out with my archer and make sure he doesn't get overrun. Oh.
Oop.
Oh, Rattling Gunner. So I can hit T here to kind of tag enemies and they'll show up for my allies.
Oh, that's cool.
You can also do that with like health potions and pick consumables. You can also charge up your swings and get kind of an arc going.
Looks satisfying.
Yeah,
Just like bash eight guys down at one time.
totally. This makes me want another chivalry
Okay,
in how
sure.
it moves and
Wow. I haven't thought about chivalry in a long time.
yeah. Remember they had that Deadliest Warrior expansion?
Yeah.
That was weird. Oh, here come the tornadoes.
You probably shouldn't, but I almost want you to jump in the tornado just because it's so ridiculous.
It doesn't do a ton of damage,
Okay.
but it'll throw you into like, I've had a tornado throw me into just a mob of enemies that have proceeded to kill me.
Well, I may have gotten the wrong impression of this game as being like incredibly difficult, because when you guys were streaming it, who was it? Was it, I guess Jeff and Abby had barely played the game, so they were
Yes.
super low level?
Yeah, they were
guys,
level
like, you guys
1, they had
wiped,
just gone through the tutorial.
You guys wiped like 3 times on the first level on the lowest difficulty, and I was like, Jesus, man, this game is incredibly brutal, but...
I went on to figure out that's Act 3 level 1, so
Oh.
that might have been harder than
okay.
actual level 1.
That makes sense. I thought it was just straight up level 1, but also, yeah, it sounds like your level and gear
Yeah.
have a big effect on how well you're gonna do.
So enemies scale around your hero power, which is, you know, your light level or whatever what you want to call it, and you can't even enter into like medium or hard difficulties until you're like, I think it's level 120. And, you know, you level up from loot, and you get loot from beating the games, and you get better loot from finding these tomes. There's 3 different collectible items you can find in every level that make your loot better, but they all come at a price. So they're little tomes that'll take up your healing slot.
Yeah, so you're like automatically down a healing potion if you carry one.
Yep. There are Necronomicon. There are loot dice which you find randomly. Sometimes you find a loot rat which will run away from you, and if you can kill it before it gets away, you get a loot die. And then there are Necronomicons, and those are super well hidden. You usually have to do like some platforming. They spawn in the same spot every time, so if you know where they are, you can go find them. But they reduce your maximum health by 1/3 each. So by the end, you have 1/3 max HP.
That sounds dodgy.
Yeah, they're very. I've only done it with a full party of people who I know, like, can hold their own. I don't pick them up when I'm with randos.
Keep your eyes open, Dringbarati. There'll be more rats.
It's usually not worth it because you're gonna lose and not get as much experience as you would with just beating the level without them.
A potion stack.
I like the banter. There's a lot of it, but sometimes it's helpful. Like they'll be like, "Hey, you should block," or they'll call out like, you know, if you kill a bunch of dudes, it's be like, "Oh, you're shot is on point today, Ranger. You know, and they'll kind of have a little back and forth.
Gameplay type stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You'll be like, if your character sees one of those special infected, they'll call it out, even if you don't see it. So you'll be like, oh, there's a rattling gunner over there, and then you'll realize, like whoever says it, you'll realize it's by that character.
That also sounds very Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, totally.
I think somebody's in trouble over there.
Oh yeah. Looks like he might have got pushed off the edge.
From what I saw yesterday, there's a whole lot of like, somebody's in trouble and you just have to be like, hey, sorry, like deal with it.
Try not to bleed out.
A little busy over here. Like, it seems very hectic. I think there's a lot going on at any given time.
This doorway! Medical.
That sounds fucked up.
Here we go. Stairs. Potion here.
So there are three types of potion. There's one that gives you more stamina, one that gives you more strength, and one that gives you more speed, in addition to regular healing potions. A tome? Yeah, cool. So we got 2 of the tomes.
Your dedication, Saltzpah, is not your manner.
I don't seek
Fuck.
reward. Duty is its own reward.
Aye, but it makes for a lonely road without comrades, Grimgay.
See, fun banter.
Yeah, that's not bad. So are you carrying any of those tomes?
I'm not.
So there's no penalty to you?
Well, the tomes are different from the Necronomicons.
Right, that's what I mean. Like
I suppose.
We don't have any of the Necronomicons.
right. The tomes are the ones that just take up the potion slot?
Yeah.
And nothing else?
Yeah.
So what?
You need patching.
So do you get benefits from those or just the person that carries them?
The whole team does.
Okay, that's cool.
In fact, I wish I want to give this healing potion to our witch hunter. But he's carrying a. Oh fuck! I just drank it.
Ah! False alarm. Nothing to see here. All right.
Down here, Gleekit,
This is one of those games where communication will definitely make it easier, but if you're good enough at kind of knowing where your team is, you don't really need to call much out.
Yeah, we should probably point out there's a setting that you have to change to turn on the player outlines permanently.
Yeah.
That seems crucial.
Totally.
Kind of shocked that that's not just on by default.
They flicker, by default they flicker on and off.
Yeah, like you don't always see where people are through walls. Unless you turn that on.
This has been one of the better runs.
Yeah,
this is one of the first runs I've ever had where everyone wasn't level 1 or 2. Or
Well, yeah, I
at
guess-
least somebody wasn't level 1 or 2.
People who are relatively high level on launch day probably know what they're doing.
Have a blind start.
How long has this been? There was some kind of like pre-release beta.
Yeah, so there was a normal beta that anyone could opt into, or not anyone, but it was a closed beta, and then there was a pre-order beta that lasted for 2 weeks.
Oh wow, like the final version of the game.
Yeah, but only that 3rd act.
Oh, okay. Okay. The people have been playing this and leveling for a bit.
Yeah, and they didn't wipe progress. They wiped level progress, but or not account level, like stage progress.
Yeah.
But not like character
progress.
level or loot.
Oh, that's a lot of dudes.
Yeah. So these are the chaos. These are the new faction in this game. They're kind of zombies and you know. I get like. You watch Game of Thrones?
No. I've read most. I've read 4 of the books. I don't know if that's most at this point.
The mountain or whatever
Yeah.
they call him
Yeah.
when he becomes a zombie.
Oh.
There's a lot of dudes who look like that.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I hadn't read that far ahead yet.
I only watched the shows,
Okay.
so I don't know what's covered in the books or.
I don't know. Where I left off, nobody was a zombie, so.
Oh, here comes one of the bosses. So there's like 4 different bosses from what I've seen, kind of tanks, if we want to keep using Left 4 Dead terminology. This one's got a flamethrower, which is extra fucked. I'm just trying to make some space for my team, but it looks like they're getting a little overrun by a Legion army. I am the only one alive, it seems.
Seems bad.
Holy shit, I did not know my team was so dead.
Wait, yeah, how did that happen?
There is no way I will be able to do this by myself.
Is anybody... Oh, they all bled out, didn't they?
Yeah. Dude, they were just... they were literally fine moments ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Oh, can you just run ahead and get that guy?
They are way faster than me, but we'll see.
Oh. Make your stand.
Fuck, man.
Wait, that's them? Do this.
Oh, I'm out of shield.
You have like an... Oh my god! Ah! That was totally your teammate, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's two of them right there. So yeah, when you die, you don't actually die. You will respawn later on in the level. But we died.
Yikes.
Died.
I don't know what happened there. Things seemed fine, and then they weren't.
Yeah. I didn't know, those like Roman Legionnaire-looking rats are real tough. They roam around in packs, and you can actually sneak by them without aggroing them.
Huh.
But
that's cool. So that's just a wipe? There's no picking that back up? You're done?
Yep, you get some post-game stats here. Nothing about, the bummer I've realized after playing kind of the tank is there's no, like, damage blocked or sort of stuff. It's all about kills.
You're never gonna get a circle.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, that's just for bragging rights, right?
Totally.
Don't get anything out of it.
So I'm gonna hop out of this group, and why don't we look at another class here?
Sure.
And check out another level. And I'll show off a little more of the crafting stuff. So let's go back to, well, I should do that with my character with all my loot. So there are those random loot drops, but then there's also other ways to get goods. So this game has intense, the crafting actually kind of reminds me of TF2 a little bit. So you can break down any item and it'll turn into a bunch of these different materials. So there's scrap, weapon parts, etc. And you can do stuff like, so these are base items. So like hammer or hammer and shield. And you can make a random one of these for, like if I wanted to make hammer, I need 10 scrap and 4 weapon parts. And it'll just give me a random common weapon with like a power that scales to my hero power somewhat.
Okay.
There's also, you can reroll properties, which are like the +2 crit chance or whatever. And then you can upgrade items in tiers of rarity for scrap. I don't know what weapon illusions are yet. That's above my head. And then there's talents. You get one every 5 levels. You can switch them at any point.
Okay.
Increases block angle by 50%, 20% health, extra stamina shield. And these change based on your subclass.
So does it feel like you should just be playing the same class all the time? Because, I mean, you're progressing a character, so...
Yes, totally. But the nice thing is, outside of the primary and ranged weapon, these other things can be equipped by any character. So now I can just... I was at hero power 31.
Oh, okay.
Now
so
I'm up to 63.
That is also very Destiny. Well, I mean, sure, that's Diablo, that's any loot game, but...
Yeah. But
swapping common items between your characters to level them faster.
Yeah, but I am only level 2, which means I don't have access to any of my subclasses or my talents.
Sure.
And
does the loot that drops scale to your current hero power?
Yes.
Okay, so you do want to like swap your best stuff around between characters to get better stuff dropping?
Totally.
What's that first one?
That's the one I just did.
No, I mean on that track.
Oh, this one?
That place looks cool.
I don't remember this one. Oh, this is the woods looking one.
Okay. Play whatever you...
Yeah, I haven't seen... Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, I haven't seen this one yet, so let's check this out. For whatever reason, I guess it's to encourage people to queue up faster. You get a bonus if you do quick play rather than select what level you want to play.
Like what kind of bonus?
A loot box upgrade points. you got this hub world, which I kind of showed off a little bit, but it's fairly large, and all the things you would want to do are kind of spread out. All the stuff that you can do in the menu, right? Like I can do my forging over here if I'm so inclined, or maybe go up here and there's like a training dummy that you can test out damage on.
Like that dummy.
Get some numbers there.
Taking those arrows in the face.
Not a lot of people seem to be queuing for this level, so I am going to just hit up a quick match.
I wonder if maybe because you're playing the elf harder?
I bet that's part of it. F10.
I don't know, that bonus to quick play sounds cool, but it also sounds like kind of a bummer if you want to play this game with your friends all the time.
Yeah, like, and because you're limited to the level of your lowest, or what level's the lowest player. Oh God.
Foraging parties in the vicinity of Usingen.
Hey, I'm going to show you a really cool level in this game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
So it's pretty cool. You go from barn to barn.
Oh wow. This place looks
Oh cool, and we're right at the start too, so I haven't missed anything.
interesting and unique, and
Well, whatever. Our
Not at all something
non-premium
that we saw.
viewers get to see this level.
not at all something that we saw 4 or 5 times yesterday.
I think we got it in 3,
Eh,
4.
that's fine. I mean, you don't have to go super deep in. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's cool to at least see a different class though.
So yeah, the elf, man, this character's fun as hell because you can just
With those arrows off.
with the rate at which you find ammo, you can really just go to town on people.
Is the bow and arrow the
Whoa!
Wow, that was fairly abrupt.
Remember hunters from Left 4 Dead?
Huh? Yeah, some of these enemies really do just fit those archetypes, don't they?
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
You know, Valve does not seem especially interested in making another Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
So
gonna
I
say.
can't really fault them for picking up the torch.
Oh shit.
The hook rat.
The only good hook rat, a dead one.
So
I'll show you that platforming thing I was talking about to get like tomes.
Numbers against
how many?
Oh shit.
Do you even have a melee with this guy?
Yeah. You got a short sword.
Right.
It's okay. You know, it'll deal with the little guys just fine.
a rot hell.
But like, I killed these guys in 2 hits with the dwarf.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
That dude's big.
That was not so easy. Can you only carry 1 health potion at a time?
Yeah, or a health kit.
Oh, this is not good.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Oh, we had someone leave.
Oh no. Somebody else hopping in, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
May not get here in
Uh-oh,
time, though.
please help me, friend. Friend who is over there, please help me.
That's not so good.
Can I just get by, please? I'm just trying to get by, dude.
Nope. So only 1 healing item at a time?
Yeah.
How often do you find more after? I guess I'm just wondering how judicious you have to be. About
I
healing.
would say there's probably, so like there'll be stashes of them randomly in like set locations, kind of like Left 4 Dead, where like there's 1 of 4 places around here that has some sort of item, and usually there'll be a healing item.
Okay.
So like here's a random one there.
Okay. So you just kind of have to make it to the next major area to hopefully heal up.
Pretty much. Oh right, so
For me. Bring
usually like last time in here there were 2 healing
I
items.
found a healing draft.
Got 1.
Bill's here.
Oh wait, here's another one.
Here's a healing draft.
So if I go over to this area, and this is one of the things where you'll never find this on your own. You have to see somebody else do it, basically.
Yeah, these secrets do seem quite secret.
Run along this fence, and hop up here. Find a tome.
All right.
But now I've lost my potion. I could like drop it, use a healing item, and then pick it up again.
Yeah.
That little red triangle that appeared when I hit these guys, that means they're not taking any damage because they're armor.
Oh.
To hurt armored enemies, you either need to use something that's armor piercing, which like certain melee weapons are, or guns. Oh fuck, help, help, help.
Bad.
or hit them where they don't have armor. So like the face
Yeah.
or the legs.
Are there damage types?
I believe there's only like armor oh, I forgot to get armor or ammo back at the last place there. Yeah, I think it's only like armor piercing or non-armor piercing.
The stink of it. There's a scryer
The one thing I would say that this game definitely improved on the first is level variety. That first game was pretty like orange-gray throughout.
Yeah.
This one has you going through like forests and I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot more variety,
That's good.
both in enemies and levels.
Yeah. It's a nice looking game.
Yeah.
Like it's good art stuff.
We showed this off on the live stream, but for the sake of this, check out how fucked up you can make this happen.
Oh yeah, just jack your FOV all the way up.
120.
Ugh.
Oh god, it's like I'm getting sucked through a wormhole or something.
Want to make escape
Oh
video?
god, yeah, I need to get out of this. This is good timing for this, I think. Apply, keep, please, please, please. I don't think we're gonna make it.
Yeah, I have good news for you. You may not have to play much more of this level.
Oh no. This is fine. Oh, I don't get burned by this stuff.
This guy's really stabbing you.
Yeah, he's gonna keep going.
A lot. That seems bad.
It's building my super meter up though, which is nice.
I don't think that would be very enjoyable.
Oh, getting stabbed repeatedly by a life-sized rat man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something tells me I would not like this.
Feeling it. I kind of wish this game had a third-person option.
Yeah, totally. Oh, hey, that's that guy.
Yeah, he's really... He didn't get his fill the first time.
I mean, stabbing is pretty fun.
Is everybody down?
Everyone's dead.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead. Well, if you want to see what
They don't call it Peace Hammer, all right?
if you want to see a full run of that level, and you are a premium subscriber,
Yeah,
watch
we-
our Cooped Up stream.
Streamed some of this recently.
It's nice. You do get some experience even if you don't win, and you
Oh, and
you get a chest every time you level up.
Oh.
A commendation chest.
Participation chest.
But yeah, it seems like they've got a lot of game. in
Yeah, this
game.
seems pretty well assembled.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I believe it's 40, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It just released today after being in closed beta.
Let's see.
Did I get anything sick? Ooh, I got a glaive. Oh wow, that's way stronger. Yeah, so basically you fight
That replaces your sword?
Yeah.
Or your bow?
my sword.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. But no thanks. It's cool. I don't give a shit about Warhammer in terms of like lore or anything, but my friends, I've played this a couple rounds of this with a couple buddies of mine who are into Warhammer, and they seem to really enjoy like the little references here and there, and it seems to be pretty faithful to, you know, Games Workshop was involved, so it seems to be pretty faithful to the source material.
$30.
$30. There you go.
45 for the collector's edition.
So 12 levels right now. I remember they added a decent amount in the previous game. I don't know if it was free or through expansions. I can't remember.
Seems like a fair amount of variety.
But yeah.
And like what did Left 4 Dead ship with like 4 or 5 scenarios or something?
And all the subclasses are pretty different in terms of playstyle. Like the other dwarf subclass is like a berserker, basically, who has specialties. He can jump and like land and do AoE damage. So that means there's really like 15 heroes, kind of.
Yeah.
The bummer is you can't play with two of the same class in a group. So like I can't play with somebody else that wants to be a dwarf. I can't also be a dwarf.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So, you know, communicate with your friends on who's going to play what. But yeah, I've had fun with every class. And I've had fun even though it's very aggravating and I often die a lot. It's out of nowhere. But hey, that's video games, right?
Seems like it's not to be played lightly.
It is not. There's been an uptick in games that are very punishing, and this is certainly one of them.
All right.
Thanks for checking it out with me, though. I'm gonna hang out with this guy and drink some of his potions.
Warm your hands. Sit a spell.
He's got a peg leg.